Well, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I've been busy with irrigation and trying to keep the sprayer going, amongst other things. Have 2 or 3 half-finished YouTube videos of stuff I've been working on. And just, yeah, the projects haven't finished. So, instead of doing a YouTube video this week of some project I've been working on or dragging something out of the weeds, because there's 2 or 3 things I've drug out of the weeds, but I just haven't got running yet, and hopefully they will soon. So instead, I got a tractor out of the shed this week that is my personal favorite tractor I own. It's going to go in the shop here soon. It's a project too now, to get a head gasket, but I thought we'd compare and contrast it to one of my other tractors here that came in recently that I made a video about. This tractor of mine went to Red Power Roundup last summer, and people liked it. It was, it's original paint, and I did a clear coat, the Vice Grip Garage clear coat treatment on it. And it's pretty damn good appearing tractor. Is it perfect? No, but it's something I can use in the field. Yes. Is it something I can take to shows and parades and whatever and have a hell of a lot of fun and lay some black smoke down? Yeah, it is. It is a 66 1206 standard. It came from a friend of mine in Ulysses, Kansas, knew about it. It was sitting in a field there, had been sitting for the better part of 20 years. And he got a hold of me. He finally got it bought off of the ownership there. And he priced it to me. It was a little high, but I've always wanted a big rubber 1206 standard. It's, like I said, a 66 model. Don't know what dealership sold it new in western Kansas or eastern Colorado, because it was actually out near Mantor, Kansas, which is pretty dang close to the Colorado border, so it could have been sold new in Colorado. But 66 1206 on 24.5 32 rubber standard, non-adjustable front. Came with a full rack of 12, a 75-pound IH weights, 1016s on the front. It's got the big, extra wide fenders to cover the 24.5 32 rubber, dust shields, steps, 2 remotes here on the back, dual PTO, normal Western wide swing drawbar, all the steps to get back up on, just a beautiful Western Kansas original tractor. Has the wrong hour meter in it. It's got umbrella mounts on it. It was out in a hailstorm last year after I got done with a parade, unfortunately, so it broke a few of my lights and left a few extra dings in it, but it wasn't a perfect tractor to begin with, so totally okay. I used it some and have driven it quite a bit. It is honestly my favorite personal tractor I own. The drawbar, as you can imagine, has been used if it looks like that. Got a pretty good rear end whine. But currently its biggest issue is got an external head gasket leak. It's got the normal 361 407 right rear corner seep right here. So I've got a head gasket. It's going to go in the shop here soon to get put on. I've got all new fuel lines, going to fix some oil leaks and stuff. Just a really, really fun tractor to drive. It weighs across the scale like 15,000 pounds. It has no fluid in it. That's all cast. It's got cast outside on the back end and cast inside. And I think those are 750s each. So it's heavy. I mean, it's a heavy, heavy girl. But it'll just lay black smoke for a quarter mile if you drop it in road gear. It is personal favorite. Front end's got some extra welding. Pretty normal. These Wheatland standard tractors, the front end, I have never found one that's tight. And I've had a dozen plus now. They're generally wore out right here in this pin, and then in this pin back here. I'd like to take this one and bush it, put bushings in, and drill it out and re-bush it. The exhaust manifold has a crack in it right there. I've got a good one to put on it. I don't know. It's just one of those cool ass tractors. Having one on 24.5 32 is the best way to have one, in my opinion. A lot of guys would want a row cropper that's 18.438s, white fenders, duals. Not me. I'm from Western Kansas. This is the iconic 1206 to me. I put new tires on the front of it. Would love to have some 24.5 32 Firestone Field and Roads to put on the back of it. That would be awesome. Have I found any yet? No. You're a pain in the ass, Blue. Pain in the ass. But great tractor. Runs really good. I've dynoed it. I think I have a video of me dynoing it last year. Just a killer tractor. And to add to that, you guys have seen this one. It's that 1206 that was from Nest City, Kansas. It's a 67 model, factory cab, dealer installed AC, what would have come from IH. It's a standard as well, non-adjustable wide front, 18.438 rubber in the rear. Runs fairly good. It's not perfect, does not run as good as that one, but doesn't run bad. But two Western Kansas 1206s together. Hopefully going to do the same paint treatment on this 1206 here as that one. Get all the AC components working. Add a lot of sound deadening in the cab and Dynamat and extra foam and stuff. Add a nice little radio in it. I have plans for this tractor. I really honestly plan on keeping it for my new little son, Leo. I bought this tractor 5 or 6 days after he was born. So it's kind of his tractor, and my wife might not appreciate that, but that is Leo's tractor, so we're going to do it right. Motor's got some blow by. Again, loose front end, the normal 06 series stuff. Looks like somebody made a set screw there to try to tighten things up. Just the regular stuff. It's probably loose in that pin, and I actually think I have that clevis up in the cab. He had a new one made, but just needs some leaks fixed. Motor could probably use an overhaul sometime. Injection pump. Love the fact I took the dozer off of it, put the weight bracket on it and weights, because that's how I wanted it to look. Put the duals on, because white duals on a 1206 is the look with that white front grille. No 3-point, dual PTO, dual remote, similar to that. Got all the options as far as cab and stuff go, which is really, really cool. And I have all the parts to make that cab better if need be. I have a few spare ice cream box cabs here that I've accumulated. It's got cast outside, but not inside. And it doesn't have fluid in it. So it's not that heavy. It's lighter than this one. Got the mirrors on the cab still. Everything's there to make this one a really cool, hard to find 67 with all the AC options on it and cab. I mean, that's a decked out 1206 in 1967. You had to be a pretty high roller to have that in Western Kansas. Just really, I mean, both of these you had to be pretty high rollers in Western Kansas, because very few people spent the extra money for a 1206. Most guys just bought 8s. But they're just two killer, iconic Western Kansas tractors. Two different styles. I love them to death. I love both these tractors. They're just killer cool. There's just nothing like driving that one. This one's just cool appearing, and having the cab and AC components and everything like that is awesome. I think this one has 10/116s on the front. Never noticed. Yeah, that one's got 10/116s, and my 12 has 11, and so that's another difference there. But there's a lot of similarities between these two, but still a big difference. I don't know. Very cool tractors. That one's going to go in the shop here shortly. I've got a head gasket to do on it, exhaust manifold, and a few other things. This one, I don't know. We're going to play with it some, use it, evaluate further if it needs an overhaul, and go from there. It's worth overhauling this one just out of its rarity, and it's Leo's tractor, so we'll do it right for him for sure. And then there's that over there, which I have a new cab, or a better cab for, that I picked up in Diller, Nebraska. We're gonna lift that cab off. I have a better cab that I picked up there, and we're gonna drop on it. We're gonna power wash the hell out of this thing, and I mean get rough with the power washer. I've exposed some gold there, which is really cool. I used some acetone and a few other things, but we're gonna take my heated power washer and see if we can peel this nasty second coat of red off and get down to the coat of red that would have went on in 1970. We got some leaks to fix, normal 407 things. We got a leak there, a leak there, the tack drive leaks. I know when I revived it, I had to put that fitting, I can't remember, I think it was one of this fitting here new in, and I should have put thread tape in it when I did it. Didn't. It leaks, need to fix that. That would fix the leak. We got a leak somewhere up above the belly tank. I'm afraid it's a rear main, so we might have to split it and do that. But we're gonna get, I'm not saying we're gonna get this one back down to the gold, but we're gonna get it back down to the red that happened in 1970. And there's just no good way to get down to the gold. I have tried to ask a lot of people that have had these, and I've just yet to find a good way to get down to the gold. But yeah, cab will come off. I've got a great original cab to go on there. We're gonna put an AC unit up here on top of that cab. The cab that has on it has the factory, just the blower, no AC. But there's companies out there that make they make air conditioners that just need 12-volt power. So I can put like a 120 amp alternator on there, 120 amp alternator, and to get an AC up there. All the compressor and everything is on the roof unit, so I don't have to add an extra AC compressor. I won't have to cut the panel here, which that one might have been cut once in its life. I won't have to cut the panel like that guy over there. So that makes a big difference to me to not have to cut that panel any further. And obviously we got to fix these axles. I have a 1466 with transmission issues. We're going to swap the whole horn out. We'll just unbolt this assembly right here, bolt in new, put the good 18438 tires on here, ditch the big cast uglies that don't want them. Might try to figure out different. This is an aftermarket block and roller assembly. It's cool. I might leave it. Haven't decided yet. Have one remote that the lever doesn't quite work on. PTO does work. That's the plan on this guy here. But I would like to get this one up and usable with working air conditioning, because I would use it in the field some if all that stuff was corrected. I truly would. I would probably try to find like a 12 row or 23 row Kinsey 3600 planter to pull with this, just ground drive for doing beans and corn and milo, because I would love to put some more hours on this thing. It's an iconic tractor, but we got to peel that nasty red off there. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're working at. Kind of did a compare and contrast between 212s here and a project update of some of the big stuff we're working on. The 1370 was parked right here. That 1370 case of mine was parked right there for a photo the other day, but it's actually sitting in the field hooked to a drill. We're trying to finish the last of the sedan grass, and it rained again. As you can, it's blue. It just keeps raining. I mean, who's complaining? It's raining in western Kansas. After the last few years, rain, I'll take it, because it's been a long time since I've had good crops. I've taken too many insurance checks the last 3 years. So that's kind of what we're doing. I can hear thunder in the distance. We're going to get these girls worked on and fixed up here soon. This one takes first priority. I've been putting off this head gasket too long. I want this tractor back, because I love driving and running this tractor. and it's just too cool. And then 1456 will come after. We'll get the cab swapped out and try to start peeling. We'll lift the cab up and start peeling red, and then kind of go from there, swap rear axles and stuff like that. And then we'll see what happens with this one after that. You just kind of got to do stuff in succession as they came in. But I think that's all for this one, guys. We got plenty, and I mean plenty, of cool tractors to work on around here. There's no shortage of fun red tractors. I'm the Red Tractor Trader. Thanks for tuning in. Go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.